All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah coming with a message. And the message is going to be covering Jacob's trouble. What is Jacob's trouble? What is Jacob's trouble? Again, Sister Deborah would say that I am so grateful for the Most High Yah allowing me to live to understand through His Ruach what Jacob's trouble means. Sad thing about it, it means a great deal of something that's actually going to take place. But the father had to have known that only the remnant of Jacob can truly understand Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is not what they have taught you all and have taught it to you and instilled into you and have ministered and broke it down to you. And you guys, it's deep. Jacob trouble. Mm, 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 mm. I would not have known the level of why it's called trouble. I wouldn't have known it had the Ruach paid me that visit today. Yesterday, I wanted to cover Jacob's trouble, but I said, nah, I really didn't want to cover it. But the Spirit of the Most High got with me within 40 minutes and broke that whole thing down to me. And when He did that, I was like, but Father, nobody knows about that. But that's just about everything else. He said, what is it that they do know? Mm-hmm. It just tells you how people have, or not have, been caught up in everything in this world. And even though they say they have not, but they have. To where the world lives in them. To anything that heavens has released for us, they receive not. But anything in the world, they embraces it. They receive it. Jacob's trouble is really deep. And again, I hope that this video don't get or be or someone with the wrong ear, the wrong eye, and don't have the right heart get a hold of this video, because it's not for you. What I'm about to say is pretty much still piggybacking off of that which is in the dark. That which is in the dark shall come to the light in the last days. Now, the part about that is what everybody miss. 99.9, they misses it. It match up with the day of Noah. Every imagination and thought was wicked and evil. I'm saying the same thing. People don't look at the fact that in this end day, the light is trying to shine in the midst of their darkness, but they love darkness so much. Every imagination and thought of a man is wicked and evil. Why? They're in the dark. It's matching to the T. So when I'm hearing about Jacob's trouble, I'm like saying, but, and then I couldn't say but no more. You know why? It matches up with everything the Father been telling me for the last 2 weeks. I want to bring something to you, and it's about, what do you think about Israel over in the country today. What does one see in their natural eyes? Do one see with their natural eyes Israel over in Israel, the Israelis and those that are over there saying that they are the children of the Most High Yah, they are the true Jews, and they are the true Israelites? Now, I taught a message a few days ago about that which is in the dark. That which is in the dark shall come to the light in the last days. Right then at that moment, I lost many. It wasn't that I lost them, they lost themselves. Because right then, the question I put before you tonight is, what do you think about Israel? That's over in Israel. Those that are over in Israel. Those who say that they are the true children of the Most High Yah. They are the true Jews. They are the true Israelites. What do you think about them? 99.9 that hears my voice and tune into me didn't even graft even 100%. I mean, 1% out of 100 of what I was saying about sending me here to speak the light in the midst of darkness. Now, I like for you to think about your own natural eyes, your own natural ears. What does it hear? What does it see when you see with your own natural eyes and you hear with your own natural ears those that are over in Israel saying they are the true children of the Most High Yah? They're the true Israelites. They are the true Jews. What do your natural mind think, or your natural eyes and your natural ears? What do you think about that? You see how powerful that is? That's 100% darkness, midnight darkness. And the whole world is calling it light. They are the righteous. They are the just. They are the people of the Most High Yah. One of the biggest lie that ever hit the earth. But yet the whole world agrees that they are the children of the Most High Yah. They are the true Jews. They are the true Israelites. Now, do the world know that they're not? Yes. That shows you the pitch darkness that's on this earth, where they are willing to do exactly what we talked about. Right being wrong, wrong being right, light being dark, dark being light, good being evil, evil being good. They swished it all over. And they made them the children of the Most High Yah. They made them the true Jews. They are the richest people on the face of the earth. All because they sit in darkness, and there's no light coming out to reveal the deepness of the darkness. That's how they got away so long. No one ever said anything, and they still ain't saying nothing. Still sending billions of dollars all over the world to them. And they supposed to be the true Jews. They supposed to be the children of the Most High Yah. They supposed to be God's chosen. They supposed to be Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's seed. Abraham's supposed to be their forefather. You guys, seriously. And the whole world knows it's a lie. But the world sits in darkness. The moment Yah send one person, one, like he did in time past, instant they try to kill him. Instant that's the bad person. Instant that's the evil person. Instant that's the person. Why? Because no one even wants in this day and time. That's how bad it is. Not even a pin needle alike. He said they see, Deborah, they cannot see. They said they hear, they cannot hear. They really don't want nothing. They just wants to be in the gameplay of darkness. There's no light resting in darkness. But Yah is going to bring light out of darkness because he's sending light into darkness to bring light out of darkness. Just so he can sum it up at the end and get the victory. So what is happening? How could that be and you not understand that Yah has allowed them to be dark, evil, turning evil into good and good into evil, right being wrong and wrong being right, dark being light and light being dark. And you know what? It all makes sense. And when I say it all makes sense, it all falls under the righteous will of my Father. It's going under his righteous will because he is righteous. Now, if you can't see nothing wrong with that, and you can say, yeah, I see it, I get it, that is true. That it don't mean nothing about what you said. It don't mean nothing about what you said. Y'all see people from a different angle than they see themselves. They have no idea. Yah is not numbering you. He already got you on a number. I don't care about the fake. I don't care about, like he said, they say they see, they cannot see. They say they hear, they cannot hear. He said that's people who like to fake it, Deborah, but they can't hear. So don't worry about it. They can't hear. They can't see, Deborah. He's sending that to those that's going to be able to crack a lot of this stuff through the mystery and realize that all this time you've been talking to exactly what you said, a brick wall, because they can't see that. They can't see past that. Now listen to this. How is it that light hasn't been brought out of that darkness yet? Think about it. Why haven't no one brought that darkness, that light out of that darkness? You all are not the true Jews. You are not the true Israelites. You are not children of the Most High Yah. You know why they haven't? They still doing everything they've done since they've been in there, have conquered that land. Kill, steal, and destroy. Look at what they are doing. Now watch this. I'm just going to show y'all exactly what I'm saying. Look at what they're doing to all them Palestinians people. Do y'all know they killed up probably a good 100,000 Palestinians, women and children too, and they bragging about it. It's clearly seen to the whole world, but yet they are the children of the Most High Yah. They are the special people of God. They are the true Jews. They are Yah's chosen children. And they out there murdering, and the whole world sees it, and nobody says a word. But yet still say that they are the Jews. They are the true children of Yah. You gonna tell me that ain't pitch darkness? How the whole world take them to still yet be what they know that they're not. You see how thick that darkness is? But when you pull up and you're bringing light out of darkness, they can't even handle it. They don't like the way you say it. They don't like the way you speak it. And that's it. They want you to patty cake, bake a man with them. They want you to say it a way that they're willing to accept it. Every imagination in their thoughts are wicked and evil, like the days of Noah. It's there already. Now, we're going to cover something that's very powerful, and I'm going, and you know what? I already know, and I'm going to be honest. There's nobody. I'm right now about to talk to a stone wall. But you know what? When he opened the window and allowed me to fly, I know I was going with the wind. And he was carrying me on his wings. So that's what I'm going to do with this message. I'm going on out the window, and I'm going to glide on with the wind on the wings of the Most High Yah. So I want to talk about this message, Jacob's trouble. And I want to explain to y'all, it's way beyond what you ever would have thought, felt, believed, taught, preached. It don't matter. Because if they still, everything is still going according to pitch dark, evil, wicked, ain't nothing changed. You can't expect for you to bring such awesome light to darkness and expect to bring it out of darkness and somebody's going to get it. No, I don't even expect it no more. So I'm grateful for him allowing me to sail on out the window with the wind. Now watch how powerful this message be, and you still ain't gonna get it. And it's okay. That's how set free he has made me. Okay. How does it look in the natural eyes of what Israel, who the true Jews and the fake, supposed to be the true Jews, the children of the Most High, and the true Israelites over everything they doing over there? How do it look in your natural eyes? Wow. You see? People can't even see it for what it is, even in the natural. So let's go on to the next step. And that is Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is not what y'all think. Jacob's trouble is not what you think. And you're going to learn that Jacob's trouble don't mean for Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is going to knock everything out the ballpark. Right in front of everybody who think, feel, and somebody that manipulated you and to deceive you to believe that you're Jacob. Okay? Now, in Jeremiah chapter 30, and let's start with verse 7. In Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, 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 alas. First, when I heard it, I said, no, I got to find out what this is in Hebrew. Because something is being said, and I don't understand it by saying alas. Alas. What is going on? And found out the power of what was going on with that word alone. Guess what? Jacob's trouble is a warning to spiritual Jacob. And it's bad, y'all. But he gave us a warning. He left something for the spiritual Jacob. He left us a warning. Alas, I think I'm pronouncing that right, means expressing sorrow, grief, expressing sorrow, grief, or regret and pity. So he's letting you know, Alas, he's warning you. And listen to the next words that follow that word. For the day is great. I said, hold up, Father. No, don't do it like that. Don't do it like that, Father. He said, yes, Deborah. The day, for that day is great. Now, who are you telling that to, Father, y'all? Who do y'all want to know? Alas, expressing sorrow and grief by saying, Alas. Who are you trying to understand? Who are you trying to get to understand this sorrow and this grief, Father, y'all? Watch this. For that day is great. When y'all call things out that day, I've told y'all, that means no more play. Okay? That means serious. It is what it is. He didn't even give it days. And even though we might look at days and that's what it would take, y'all use one day. Then you know, don't mess with me. Listen to how he said that day is great. What's great about that day? What is great about that day? Why is that day cause my eyes to buck? Because I know when he said that day, that means the will of the Father has hardcore planted something to take place that day. And normally, in every verse you would find, from Old Testament to New, when they say in that day, they speaking of a day of great sorrow, turmoil, chaos, like never. When they say in that day, they talked about it in Old Testament. Oh, that day. They was trying to warn us then that the end day is going to be hell. It's going to be a mess. Now listen to what he says. So that none is like it. So the Father is saying to us, Alas. That means he's warning somebody. You in trouble. Yah is warning someone that you are in trouble. It is a form of expressing sorrow and grief in that day. Then he said, so that none is like it. This day is going to be like no other day Jacob have ever experienced a day in his life. Not even Father Jacob. Jacob here is talking about Israel and Judah. Okay, here in Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7 is speaking of Israel and Judah. He's sending that warning. He's sending you the warning. So would you think that warning is for over in Israel? They don't listen. They don't listen to this. This don't mean nothing to them. They ain't Israel when it come down to this. They ain't the true Jews when they come down to this here. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Oh, they don't look at that, baby. They ain't thinking about that. Oh, we ain't the true Jews no more. We ain't the true Israelites. We ain't the people of Yah when it's talking about this. We ain't true when it's talking about this. That's real dark, y'all. That's what you call real dark. That's messed up. They don't claim this now. And they won't claim this. That's deep. But who shall, Father Yah, who must claim Jacob's trouble, Father? Come on with it. Who's going to claim Jacob's trouble, Father? They ain't going to claim it. and every other thing that tells how he's going to deal. Look at the captivity. Do you see them claiming the captivity? They just said the Holocaust and it's over for them. This time for them to be, and all these years they've been living on high on the hog, saying they're the true Jews. They are the true Israelites. They are the ones, children of Yah. They ain't gonna say they being in captivity no 400 years. They say, oh, we don't claim that now. We'll leave that to the real ones. You see how dark it is out here? You see how that's so wicked and evil? To the world gonna tell y'all the true people, knowing that y'all not, but they're gonna take all these years to give you everything in the world and let you rule the world with all this power and all this wicked and evil. And all of the money in the world, y'all done took everything. And you are the children of Yah. You are the true Israelites. You are the true Jews. But when it come down to Jacob's trouble, we're not them. That he's not talking to us. We're not the true Jews now. We're not the true Israelites. See, they don't claim that. So, Father, my question to put out there to many of you all that might be hearing this. Who's claiming that then? Who's claiming Jacob and the trouble that is supplied to Jacob? Thank you, Father. I like that. Because that's exactly what y'all said. Jacob, I've warned y'all since the beginning of time. If you think the 400 years was something, you done messed in my tribulation. Watch what comes. He's warning the true Jacob. Now, we're going to even find out who the true Jacob is. The true Jacob ain't you like you think. Okay, so let's go. So it is even the time, and we in verse a time of Jacob trouble. So he's telling you this is going to be a day, a time of sorrow and grief in that great day. Y'all set that up. That great day. That means woo-wee. So that none is like it. Y'all set this day in this that's going to take place with Jacob. He set it up that it's going to be a day like never, ever existed on the face of the earth. So we can't even compare it to nothing. We can't even compare it to nothing, y'all. That's why he's calling it it's going to be a great day. That great day. And then turn around and tell you it's a day that never hit the earth ever before. So if you think you've been in captivity and that's something, you've been in slavery, they bothering you, you ain't seen nothing yet. How about that? Okay. So the warning has been out. The Most High has already set the warning, and I can feel that thing. I can feel it to the point where I can also continue to talk as heavy or even heavier than I have ever in my boldness. Because I now understand how dark it is, and everything that's light, everything that's good, everything that's righteous, everything that's right, that it's been flipped over to the evil side. And everybody has taken on the evil. That's why they can't receive that which is right. That's why they cannot receive the light. That's why they cannot receive good. Because if you ever think that righteous, good, the light, okay, and right is the same as righteous. If you ever think it's got to pull up to make you feel good, it's got to say something to you a certain way before you're able to receive it. It's got to soothe your itchy ears and your feelings and your emotion that's detached to your flesh. Let me tell you something. You are born of the flesh. All these thousands of years, y'all let darkness reign. He sent someone to speak light, and they got to say it a certain way so you can accept it. Oh, Father, y'all. Well, wait till you hear if you are really Jacob. Let's hear. So here he says in verse 7, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Out of it. So what do he have to be in it? Debbie, you know they don't understand that. So what? I'm bringing light out of darkness. So darkness, stand down. Okay? Listen to what it says. But he shall be saved out of it. What is he going to be saved out of? Whatever this great day is, that's going to bring sorrow and grief, that's going to be like no other day. But whoa, Jacob, you in trouble, said the Most High, y'all. As I kept trying to tell y'all. Sister Deborah been saying that straight for the last 2 years, how we as a people in trouble. Been saying it. Been saying it's amazing to me because when I think about how many things you said, and people will measure what you said based on how you say it. Truth don't give a rest behind how it sounds, how it's spoken. Is it low? Is it high? Truth is truth. It don't try to soothe your emotions and your feelings. It don't try to win you over. You ain't nobody to truth, baby. Y'all better wake up. You don't mean nothing to nobody but yourself. Because the truth, when truth roll in such a midnight hour, and where he has allowed darkness to conquer all these thousands of years, and then when truth want to pull up with light, oh, it's got to be said a certain way so I can receive it, or so I can like it, or so I can get it. Hold on, I hope this ain't a hello, ain't nothing wrong. Who? Okay, I'm on live. Let me call you back. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Bye-bye. I just left my daughter a couple of hours ago, and I'm thinking maybe it's an emergency. You know, I had, but the thing about it is here in Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 7, what got me when the Ruach, before he started teaching me, within 45 minutes and laid it out, I said, Father, you know I didn't know nothing about that. I have no idea. I'm not ashamed to be a student of the Ruach HaKodesh. I'm not ashamed. I told y'all I learn every day. I don't know who teach y'all. You probably most likely teach it yourself. Because if you caught up in feelings and emotion, yeah, you teach it yourself. Okay? Because he had me to hear a couple of people try to break down Jacob's trouble. And they knew, it's almost like they knew what they should have said, but they turned it all around. But Sister Deborah finna tell you, Jacob, the true Jacob, we in trouble, Jacob. But he said in verse 7, but he shall save you out of that trouble. So we're going to have to go through it. Because it's just that hardcore. What make it hardcore? Because he said it's like no other day that ever hit the earth before. So if you thinking you got your whole life and everything together, go right here. Sister Deborah was telling y'all the other day, and ever since I've said it, I've heard Europeans even teaching it. And I'm like saying, but what is wrong with these people here? They think you bother them. Everybody always bother them because they don't want to accept truth. So they'll make it and set it up like you the enemy. And all you doing is bringing light out of darkness. And it does something to me to hear Gentiles actually bringing you word to help you out in such a midnight hour. Just to give you that confirmation, it ain't you. It's those you talking to. People don't even understand. When I'm hearing them sit here and say exactly what I said, but in a different way, but saying the same darn thing. This one individual said today, oh, boy, I just can't wait till everybody start falling in. Because then I know God's going to bring his out. That's what I was saying. When he starts snatching stuff from people, guess what it's going to tell? You were never who you say you were, that you thought you were, that you portray you were. You know, one thing I told y'all that I pray for? That I would never step in the line of a hypocrite. I don't want to step nowhere near the line of a hypocrite, portraying to be something that I ain't. All because I done filled myself up with my big lie. That is all, I'm all that answer in y'all. So listen to this. You're going to find out that you ain't with this message. Okay? So Jacob trouble is speaking to a people, but a people inside of a people. Ooh, you said that one, Deborah. Jacob's trouble is for a people inside of a people. Okay? But he's trying to tell you all it's going to be real bad. And it ain't nothing to be playing around. So all of these hundreds and thousands of people who've been preaching and teaching Jacob's trouble, they all are liar. And there's no truth, nor light, no righteous, no right, no good rest in them. Because they lied all the time. Every last one of it. And you're going to find that out tonight. So what happened? But he said he shall, not he might, he shall be saved out of Jacob's trouble. He's telling Jacob, you in so much trouble. Your eyes, your ears have never seen this type of trouble you're going to be in, but I'm going to bring you out. So that shows you you're going to be in it, but he's going to bring you out. He's talking about the tribulation. But listen to this. The time is known is the Jacob's trouble. Jacob don't know that he's Jacob. So how do he know he's in trouble? How can Jacob know anything about Jacob's trouble when he don't know he's Jacob? So therefore, for it to be left here that there is a Jacob's trouble, what's the sense of saying Jacob's trouble if Jacob don't know he's Jacob? To know that I'm in trouble. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this. How can Jacob come to the understanding that Eles, which mean expressing sorrow and grief? How does Jacob know the trouble that is going to come upon him that has never been ever on the face of the earth? How do Jacob know that? If he don't know he's Jacob. If somebody's over there claiming to be Jacob, then how do Jacob over here on the four corners know that he is Jacob? Somebody knows that they are Jacob. Because there's no way the warning from the kingdom front door, would not have dispersed that type of message to even your ears tonight if it wasn't for somebody that's called Jacob. Heavens is saying there's some trouble on its way. And it's going to be worse than you have ever. So I tell people, stop thinking you're going to just book up and you got what you need. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't seen nothing yet. When I told y'all he's going to come and let them take everything you have, I meant that. I yearn to see that. Because I believe the hypocrites going to stand it. You're going to see the hypocrites for who they are. You're going to see those who've been portrayed that they know the Most High God, and they got the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, the Ruach, and all this stuff, all this here faking mess is going to be clearly seen. But the trouble that was never been like it has ever been on the face of the earth must be revealed. So what happens? Listen to this. So here it is. Jacob don't know that he is Jacob. So how do Jacob know he in trouble? Jacob has no idea that he is Jacob, nor do Jacob have any idea that he's in trouble. So who is this Jacob that's going to know? I'm one. I didn't need nobody on this devil platform to tell me. I got word from the Ruach from within that broke this thing out to me. So I know now. I just told you I didn't know about no Jacob trouble. No way. Let's go. Jacob trouble is not natural, y'all. The warning is spiritual. Jacob's trouble is a warning from the spirit of Yah to the spirit of Jacob. Jacob's trouble is a warning from the spiritual, which is the spirit of Yah, to the spirit of Jacob. That you in trouble. That you are in trouble. When it says, this is like no other, what do you think it means? So, Father, you're going to send a warning down to the spiritual Jacob, and the warning is even detailing that it's going to be something that Jacob ain't never experienced since the beginning all the way up until this point. Has never experienced. So it's got to be a whammy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So when he's saying this, because he's saying it to the spiritual Jacob, he's saying it's like no other. You see, he's not using fear tactics. He's actually warning you from the spiritual realm. From your spirit to his, he's warning you, and he's blowing the trumpet out to the spiritual Jacob. He said, Jacob, man, you in trouble. Like trouble, never been in trouble. That's what he's saying. You in trouble like trouble, ain't never been in trouble. And y'all tells walking around here thinking you got it from A to Z. And in Yah, you better hope you make it to B. Thinking you got it nailed to A to Z. Listen to all these people lie to y'all. So the Father shared with me that Deborah, Jacob trouble is not natural. The warning is not natural. So when you say Elis, that's a warning from the spirit realm. And when you know, when it says that day, nobody on the earth can call anything that day but Yah. He the only one use day. Nobody on the earth can use day but Yah himself. So when he say in that day, that's danger time, y'all. I know you ain't learned that, have you? Sister Devin said so many times, and you ain't called it yet, have you? But watch this. So he said that was a part of the spiritual warning to Jacob, Deborah, to let him know how critical it is. How do y'all think Jacob going to understand this if Jacob don't know he Jacob? How is Jacob going to understand this When Jacob don't know Yah. Jacob don't care to know Yah. Jacob killing each other and doing all kind of wicked and evil. So how he's going to be informed about you in trouble? In trouble to them is, hey, because I robbed the bank and now they're going to catch up with me. I'm selling drugs to my community and they're going to book me and lock me in jail, or I killed my brother, man, or I killed my family, or I killed my wife and my wife killed our children. Oh, yeah. Y'all really think that's it, don't you? You think that's trouble? Y'all tell us in some hot water. Some hot water. Because the trouble that you are not included in is this one right here. Not this one. So that means Jacob's trouble is being spoken to the spiritual Jacob. And the ones that is Jacob that's not spiritual Jacob, you are in a greater trouble than he is. Because he's bringing this one out. The spiritual Jacob coming out. Are you included? We're going to find out when we finish, okay? Now watch this here. So it says things would never be the same. It is telling you things will never be the same. So whatever trouble that's coming on to this earth is trouble for Jacob. It's trouble more so for Jacob than the world itself. Why? Why is this Jacob's trouble is more heavier for Jacob than the world or Jacob, the other Jacob? Why? Because the Jacob that's spiritual, they got to suffer this thing in this tribulation. Why are they suffering? Because they know they are the light. They are those that belong to Yah. They are the spiritual seed. They're going to suffer more. Why? Because they're going to know Yah. So the warning is to them. It ain't to you. Run around here talking about you, Jacob. Run around here thinking you know something you don't know a rat's behind from a hole in a wall. So what did he say? Things will never be the same. For who? For Jacob. Because I'm going to take him out of the trouble. Oh, but Jacob going to see the trouble. Jacob going to see the trouble, but he's talking to the spiritual Jacob that's going to see the trouble. That's who the whole warning of Jacob trouble is talking to. It's not talking to everybody. It's not talking to the world and those who all up in the world and live in the world, die in the world, killing in the world, stealing in the world, pride, boasting, greedy, and all this. He's not talking to you. He's talking about to the spiritual Jacob. And you're going to find that out. You will say, if you didn't teach that thing, watch this here. So there's a Jacob that's in trouble, but it ain't the Jacob that's in trouble. Okay, so we're going to break that down. The experience is like no other. Now, he said that. He said it's going to be like no other day. It's no other time ever exist on earth. So you see the warning. Why are you saying all those things? Why are you giving the upper head a warning to that individual? Why are you giving that to Jacob? You think he's giving it to Jacob that's out here in the world? Like Jacob out in the world gonna do something with it. And he don't even know he Jacob. That's why all those people still over there claiming they Jacob. Because the real Jacob hasn't stood up and say, hey, no, we're Jacob. You got about 8% running around here saying they Jacob and about 4% playing the game. The other 8 lost with a cause and without one. So you only got 4% out of 100. So how do Jacob, who are you talking to, Father? Y'all go and break it down to him, Deborah. So here we go. The experience is like no other. That means that suffering. That Jacob's trouble is like no other. He's talking to a people inside of a people, y'all. He ain't talking to you. He ain't talking to you just because you on YouTube looking at Sister Deborah, thinking you know so much and you don't know nothing. You don't want to hear to the boldness and how it's trying to teach you. Do you know what it's like to bring light out of darkness? You have no idea. Do you know what it's like to try to talk to a bunch of people that been in darkness since 20, probably 1,000 years? Here it is in the 2025. What must I say? Come on out, baby. Y'all come on out. But Deborah, they've been in there 20,000 years in darkness. Why are you sounding like that? They'll never come out. They ain't came out yet. Speak that thing in spirit and truth and in the boldness therein. And kick everything to the curve. They have a problem with it. All right. Here we go. Okay, we heard that Alas mean expressing sorrow, grief, regret, pity. So he's sending a warning to Jacob. Okay, we covered that the day is great. None is like it. Jacob shall be in trouble. Okay. Now, an assurance that they will be saved out of it, out of the tribulation. That's what the trouble is. Tribulation. Jacob, that's inside of Jacob, is going to suffer in the tribulation. But God going to bring you out right in the midst. So you ain't going to escape it. So all this trash they got going on, you gonna get a taste of it. And if your inner man ain't ready with y'all, I mean, it don't show no signs of nothing but running your mouth saying what you are, because you think what you got and what you are on the outside justify who you are on the inside. You've been up, you've been down, and you've been all around. How about that? How you like me now? Okay, so here he is. It's tribulation, y'all. It's tribulation. Remember, tribulation was also called tribulation like never been before. That's the trouble that Jacob is in. Jacob is in trouble because Jacob is going to get caught up in this tribulation. Just wait until you hear that. Just wait till you hear this. But shall they feel it or be in the tribulation? Should Jacob feel the tribulation? Should Jacob be in the tribulation? 100%. It's coming on you, Jacob. You're going to be in it. And Jacob, you're going to feel it. Wait a minute, Deborah. What's going on? Yah said to me to tell you, heavens has already blown the trumpet. Jacob, you in trouble. Okay? And you got your main trouble is you're listening to many voices in the land. You ain't feeling, you ain't hearing, and you ain't seeing what the Ruach is doing in you. Because you're so busy on all these platforms, hearing all these dark messages, you have not understood or understand that you're in trouble. So I'm sending you the warning that the tribulation is coming. And it's not just coming to you, Jacob, but you're going to suffer the greatest. You hear me? You hear me, Judah? I mean, not Judah, Jacob. You're going to suffer the greatest. And in that time, will I deliver you out of it? See, he ain't going to say he's going to deliver you out if you're not in it. So therefore, he's sending you the warning to help prepare you, to prepare yourself with him from the inside. Because you ain't going to escape it. When I come to get you, I'm coming into tribulation, Jacob, and I'm bringing you out. Praise the mighty God. He ain't coming on the four corners to just get you and collect the scattered. Now, you've been lied to. He's going to do that in tribulation. See, you're gonna be going through some. You're gonna go through some stuff. That's why it's Jacob's trouble. Why everybody want to say who they are, but they don't look at the word trouble. They don't look at the word trouble. Trouble that goes with Jacob's trouble. You see? They just think, oh, he's going to do this to Babylon. He's going to destroy these wicked Gentiles and heathens, these devils. And they don't even understand, baby. You ain't seen nothing yet. He done blew the trumpet. He done sent his servants to tell you and give you the warning. Jacob, you in trouble. I know. It's too hard to say stuff like that. Don't say that, Deborah. People who are not in the light, they won't receive truth because truth is the light. They want you to say it a certain way so they can receive it, so they can feel delivered in it, because they want you to pamper their flesh. And then they try to use Yah to say, Yah wouldn't want us to say it this way and that way and this way. Kick rocks. Kick them to the curb. And you can fall on the line where the rocks is at. Because this sister, I'm gone. I'm gone. So here we are. The tribulation is what you're going to feel, what you're going to experience, and what you're going to suffer in. That's the only way he's going to bring you out. See, we are thinking, oh, Babylon coming down. And we're going to have to go through all this antichrist, what is it, the false prophet, this thing in this, the chip and all it, baby. There's not nothing telling you that that's going to be greater than Jacob's trouble. He ain't told you that. And you ain't going to see it, you ain't going to find it, and you ain't going to hear it from the Holy Spirit if you got them in you. If you got them in you, if you do have them in you. He's telling you all. Jacob's the trouble. Why? To prepare you from the inside. Because all you, in tribulation, in this terrible time, you know what you're going to be thinking? Oh, he getting me out. That's all you have to hope for. He said, he gonna get me out. He said he's getting us out. But we have to first be in. So what's all this stuff he coming on the four corners and take us on out of here? No, that's what Jacob trouble is. He's bringing you out of that. But he ain't coming for your tail until you end Jacob's trouble. Oh, they don't get that, Father. That's too deep. Now listen to this. Let's go to verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day. That's what's scary, because that's Yah's timing. That's heaven's orchestration. Or that's what heavens has orchestrated that day. And it says in verse 8, that's Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, said Yah, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and burst thy bonds, and the strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Who is him? Jacob. He's speaking of the Jacob inside of the Jacob. You see how he's going to do this? He's not doing that, y'all, tomorrow. He's not going to do that when he take us from the four corners to take us to Mount Zion. No. You got to be in tribulation. You got to be in trouble. You see? You'll never get nobody to teach you that. Jacob's trouble is about telling you, you in some trouble, y'all. You in trouble. It is only for those that can accept the spiritual warning from the Most High Yah. They have the assurance that no matter what it is, he has to be with me if he's planning on taking me out of it. So he has to be with me if he planned on taking me out of it. You see? So as we continue, when Yah should release us from the curse, it's right there in the tribulation, which is what? Jacob's trouble. So you're going to be in trouble first, and he's going to release you from the curse. Okay? That's when he's going to take you out. So all this here saying we waiting for him and he's going to take us to Mount Zion, baby, you got something to suffer through. You in trouble. Now, why would a creator make you want you to make sure you understand you in trouble? Why would he do that? Because he cares so much for you that he gave you an upper hand on what's happening. Even to the point of giving you the upper hand. You're going to be in it, but I'm going to bring you out. That there alone is enough for me. The way he's pulling it up, yeah, it's going to be horrible, worse than it ever been. So if you think that you've been in captivity 400 years, if you ever thought that that was the worst of the worst, you ain't seen nothing yet. He's calling out Jacob out of Jacob just to let him know you in trouble. Okay, so y'all walk y'all tails around here and be doing all this wicked and evil and this lying and stealing and this pride and boasting, this ego and I'm a king, I'm a leader, I'm a ruler. And women running around here acting like who did it and what for, because they don't have no idea that y'all got something for you too. Oh yes, baby, Sister Deborah gonna teach that thing. I might just do that tomorrow. Oh, yeah, baby, he got something for y'all women. Okay, so now I go up in Daniel chapter 12. In Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, we're going to start there. Jeremiah then already prepared us that we in some trouble. We run around here like we run Yah, not even realizing that how much chaos waiting for us. And I think it fits. It need be. It need be. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And it reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great princess, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. See, y'all? Like never have there been, even it says here, since there was a nation, even to that same time. Now it's telling you here in Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Did he say that? But the trouble come first. And the delivered comes after the trouble. It comes in the midst of it. Everyone that shall be found in the book. You see? You see Jacob? He's speaking of a Jacob inside of a Jacob. He's speaking of the Jacob that's inside of the book and not the Jacob who is not listed in the book. Oh, yeah, y'all gonna run around here and disrespect him if you want. You go on run around here and think you rule him because you got a little something in your flesh. You got a little this and that on the earth. You think you can rule him from this level. Oh, baby, you're gonna be the greatest loser in the long run Because that's what people, their mindset is gone. That's that dark. And you go in there to try to bring light, they think you offend them. Why? They so used to sitting in darkness. So what happens? It tells you everyone that shall be found written in the book. This is in Daniel. Telling you the same thing that's happening in where what was that? Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It's actually telling you. He's telling you this right here. Verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awaken, some to everlasting life, and some to a shame for everlasting contempt. Verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine. You hear how the light is? So when y'all take y'all tails out here and you thinking Sister Deborah be saying something, and you're so busy trying to watch how I said and the way I said to see if it's going to offend you, you miss out of it in the spirit realm. Because you're looking for your flesh to be comfortable in what Sister Deborah is saying. And that you never understood that there's two. Anytime you look for your flesh to be comfortable in words being spoken, it's because you are born of the flesh. You are not born of the spirit. You see? That's just it. So here in verse 3, it says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness. Your butt's supposed to be trying to turn people to righteousness. If righteousness is in you, you can't turn them. Nobody won't listen to you. You ain't got nobody that want to listen to you. You got a big family, a small family. You got friends, you got neighbors, you got co-workers, and you don't have friends that won't even hear what you got to say because you ain't saying nothing. They don't see no light on you. They ain't nothing in your words that captured them to even want to hear what you got to say. But then you get on this page and want Sister Deborah said a certain way to make you feel good, to keep you from being offended. But ain't nobody out there want to hear you. You can't even talk to nobody. I even think of my mother. She can't talk about Yah to none one of her children but me. I'm the only one. She has 7. That's the reality of the whole overall. Why should I'm the only one that she can talk to about the Most High? And that's not just my mother. That's many of you all out there. She couldn't go to my older sister trying to talk to her. Never could. None one of them. None of my older sisters. Not even my young one, to where she gonna hear what mama say. They don't want to hear it. And that's how many of you all are out there. You better understand. This Jacob is a Jacob that is written. See, everybody want to tell y'all, no, you got to take all of Israel and all of Judah. We all going. And we've been stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience since the beginning. And we go call the order and tell him we all going to the promised land. We all going to the kingdom. And we ain't having no respect for anything that has to do with the Father. But we want to tell him we coming. We entitled. But then we don't say a wax behind to those who sold your identity here on the earth. But then you gonna buff and throw your chest up, say you a king, leader, and ruler to the Most High Yah on this earth. But you won't stand before those who got your identity, saying they you. You see how stupid it is? You would rather kill your own nation. You would rather destroy your own nation. But think Yah owe you the kingdom. What I like about Daniel in chapter 12 and verse 3. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that return many to righteous as the stars forever and ever. Verse 4, but thou, O Daniel, watch this here, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. That's that light increasing in those that y'all have to use, bring the word, or the not the word, but the light out of darkness. That's who he's talking about. So he tell Daniel, close it up, seal it. Then in verse 5 it says, then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood two, the one on one side of the bank of the river, and the other on the side of the bank of the river. Verse, let me have I go down. And verse 6. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of those wonders? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heavens, letting them know heavens has that decision, okay, to heavens, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be a time, a times and a half a time, and when he shall accomplish the scattered, scattered the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. See, when he accomplished what he planning on accomplish, don't forget, y'all, I try to tell you in Isaiah chapter 3 and Isaiah chapter 4, these are, when the women look at verse 7 down here where it says the power of the holy people. Okay, you all did not understand in Isaiah chapter 4 when the women were saying, let us be called by that name, that would take away our reproach. We'll buy our own bread, we'll do everything, but let us be called by that name. It was always holy, y'all. It wasn't a man's last name. Stupid people. They just wanted to be called holy. And when they saw the men, because I'm going to tell you, they all died, y'all. Isaiah chapter 3 and 25, it tells you Israel and Judah, it's going to be so many of them die. And see, y'all don't get it. You don't comprehend it because you're so busy trying to say what he's doing to Babylon and what Babylon is doing, or they bothering us, they doing this. You can't even see what the word of Yah is trying to tell you, because you're so stuck up on trying to hear everything you ain't got no business hearing, and closing your ears to. People are not setting you free in through the light. You ain't got no business going in darkness and when I just eat the darkness because it's so good to me. So here it's talking about in verse 7, Daniel chapter 12 and verse 7, it says, the power of the holy people, and all these things shall be finished. The holy people is what he's coming for. So this is Jacob that is holy, y'all. This is not Jacob that is unholy. So the one that's going to be the trouble, he's only wanting the holy ones of Jacob. He's telling them about the trouble they're going to go through. That if that is not a father warning his own, he's not warning the whole house of Israel. He's warning Jacob, the holy ones of Jacob. You see, a people inside of a people. If Jacob don't know he's Jacob, then how is it that a warning of this nature would be in Daniel and in Isaiah and in Jeremiah and Ezekiel to a people who don't even know that they are a people? He's not talking to everybody. He's speaking to the holy people of Jacob. He's warning them about the trouble. He's not warning the whole Israel. He's been warning Israel since the beginning of time. Why is he at this end days wanting us to know in that day, y'all, in that day? Because now he's dealing with the holy people of Israel and Judah, which is Jacob. He's dealing with a people inside of a people. That's who's going to be that remnant. So when he's saying holy, that's who he's speaking of. Now let me get back to Jeremiah. I just want you to listen to this right quick, and I'm not going to hold you very much longer. Jeremiah chapter, what was that? 30. Now watch this here in verse 9. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 9. But they shall serve Yah, their Yah, and David, their king, whom I will raise up unto them. You remember in Daniel, he was saying those who had died in the dust, they were going to rise up. Remember? Look how he's saying the same thing here in Jeremiah chapter 30 as he said in Daniel. How those that was in the dust, in the dirt, sleep, they going to raise up. Why? Because this is what Yah, those going to be also holy ones. Here it says in verse 9, 30, Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 9, but they shall serve Yah. See, that's what the problem is. People want to call Yah servants dark so that they can walk in what they think they have, which is light. That's the whole idea of the whole message the other day. They flip good from evil to good, good to evil. Now you don't have no good. Wrong from right and right from wrong. Now you don't have no wrong. I mean, you don't have no right. Dark from to light and light to dark. So now you don't have no light. This is what is going on. And it says here, but they shall serve Yah, their Yah, and David, their king, whom I raised up unto them. This is what's going to be in Mount Zion. This is still talking about Jeremiah chapter 30. After you into this tribulation, you're going to be in the midst of it. He's going to bring you out and take you to Mount Zion. And he letting you know how I will raise up them. David the king, whom I will raise up unto them. So what David's coming from the grave. Okay, so what is this here? Verse 10, therefore fear thou not, O servants. See, y'all messed up. Y'all messed up totally from the floor. He's talking about his servants, y'all. Listen to this, y'all. Verse 10. Verse 10. Therefore fear thou not. Who is he talking to? He's not talking about Jacob, which Jacob is Israel and Judah. He's talking about Jacob inside of Jacob. He's warning him. Therefore fear not. Watch this here. Watch this. Oh, my servant, Jacob. Now, when is Israel serving Yah? Do y'all see the answer right in your eyeball and you still confused? You still messed up from the floor. You still can't get it. You can't get it because it can't get you. And you know why I can't get you? You're born of the flesh. I'm not afraid to keep saying that. You know why? Every imagination and thought was wicked and evil continually. That keep coming to me. That you got to understand that brick wall you said you was talking, you're actually talking to it. That's what you're talking to. So just talk to it like you know what it is, and talk that spirit and truth in it, and let the light shine on those who are of the light, and let the darkness continue to portray they the light, because it's been switched. That's why people don't understand. I really ain't the light. I really don't have spirit and truth. I don't really have the Holy Spirit, because they live in a hypocrite life. That's why they have a hardened heart. So much greed and so much pride in them. They so boast-minded. Every thought is wicked and evil. And they think it's good because they think they are the light. Now watch this here. If you cannot see in Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 10 who Yah is warning about being in trouble. Now, why is he not warning the whole house of Israel and Judah? Because our house of Israel and Judah don't give a rat's behind about what he's trying to warn. They don't even care if they know who they are. Everybody's running around here trying to please themselves and trying to make sure they line up with the world. They ain't thinking about nothing. Now, this is the key to it. This here to me opened it all the way up. Verse 10, therefore fear thy not. He's talking about Jacob inside of Jacob, telling him, don't fear the trouble. Oh, my servant Jacob. He's talking about those who serve him. That's in Jacob, y'all. He's talking about a people inside of a people. And then what did he say? And it said Yah, neither be dismayed. Why would Yah sit and say or want us to not be shocked or dismayed? Because he, heavens, has opened the door to give us the warning. He sent the light to shine in the darkness so that we will not be troubled about, not troubled. What word did he say? Dismayed about the trouble we're going to go through. He don't want us to be dismayed, because I'm warning y'all. That's just like Noah going out there warning the people. Yah just wants you to know it's different than Noah, because in Noah didn't have nobody that ever came in to Yah. But Yah said, my remnant coming in. I got them. And that's who I'm speaking to, Deborah. So let them know that. I'm speaking to mine. See, in the days of Noah, there was nobody that came into the ark. But in this, oh yeah, he's come. Yah mighty right hand taking what he is and bringing them out. Okay, so he's telling you, don't be dismayed. Look what he says, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar. You see? He said he's going to save you from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captives. And thy seed from the land of their captives. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Now, it's something in here that will make me see that, and I'm going to say this to you all, and y'all hold this here, and y'all think about it, and then if you can find in you, y'all open it up in your heart so you can understand it. Listen to what it says right here. I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captives. I think I've said it to you a couple of times that Yah might be telling us that are the servants. He's not just going to take us but our seed as well. Your household. You see? Your seed. That's your household. What I think that they never taught you all was, why is it said, and I think Yeshua said it, when y'all collect, there's going to be 2 in the field, one going to be taken and one going to be left. There's going to be 2 on the rooftop, one going to be taken, one going to be left. 2 at the mill, one going to be taken, one going to be left. That's represent that everybody is not the same. Just because there's 2 of y'all in the house don't mean 2 of y'all going. Just because it's 2 on the rooftop don't mean 2 of y'all laboring in the same field don't mean 2 of y'all going. Only he's showing us the 2s. That was the example to help us understand the 2s. One will be taken and one will be left. It's showing you the example of how heavens has orchestrated things to come down in 2s. Okay. But I believe, like he said here, it says, afar he's coming and save thee from afar. And afar to me is a mystery of what Yah has in his bosom to do, and letting you know the way he's coming is far. It's at a distance, but he coming for what is his. And it ain't at a distance where he don't know. He got the stretched out arm in the right hand. He got the blink of an eye that'll cause anything to be up on you or up on him. So he's letting you know afar, just letting you know that I want you to know I'm coming for what's mine. I don't care how far I'm out. And thy seed. And thy seed. Now, I've seen that in more than just this verse. It says, and thy seed from the land of their captives. But you have to see what he says. Oh, my servants, Jacob. My servant, Jacob. He's not coming for the Jacob as Jacob. He's coming for Jacob inside of Jacob. But what I believe, and because I think I've seen this more than probably this time, will make the 3rd time, thy seed and thy seed. You know how he did with Lot. You know, he took Lot and his family out. Noah, he took him and his family. Y'all always get his servants, loved ones out. Y'all always believed in that. He always did that. You see? So here is going to Mount Zion. So when he bring them out, he's bringing their seed. Because what? They are my servant. Why would I bring my servant and leave their seed behind? Because we're going to Mount Zion. So that's really nice to bring their seed. And if it's the seed that's too far deep in the world, I'm sure he won't be allowing all of your seeds to come when he knows your seed is which seed is the enemy of you. But it says seed, not like seeds. Many. So it's just letting you know. So I believe he will allow your seed to also from the land of their captives. He's far. I like that afar, y'all. I really do. I'm gonna look up that and see what is that really, what does that mean even in Hebrew? Because I believe that he's trying to show us that that's the power of who he is. He can come from a distance, but just letting you know, I don't care how far it is, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for what is mine. So the whole overall I want to leave with you is, don't continue to to think within yourself. The key to it, he said, lead not to your own understanding. That means to let you know that there's an understanding that passes all understanding, and it's not your understanding. It's just like the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding. They are one, those in the flesh, and then there are those in the spirit. In the flesh, we all have that wisdom, that knowledge, and the understanding of the things in the flesh. But do everybody have the wisdom and knowledge in the spirit? No, it is only given by Yah to those who Yah has measured it to, which is his seed, his light, his servant. You see, nobody can tell him what to do and how to do it, to do with what is his. That's another sick thing that's on a lot of us in the flesh mind. We think he has to rumble and do it the way we say it, and we have to understand it the way we understand it, and he has to catch up with us. That's why your butt ain't listed. When you put him so down and degrading, and you stand your tail up on high horse, and you want to make him the last of the last, he ain't got no say so. He ain't talking about nothing. He ain't about nothing. He ain't nothing he said, but everything you said. And like I said earlier, many people can't even talk to people. You can't even talk to nobody. Nobody would even listen to you. But you will stand and look at me all cockeyed when I say something that offend you, because you gotta offend you. That's why do you think Cain killed Abel? All because he felt so offended. That's all it took. That was in the beginning. That's how heavy people mindset are. They are easily to be offended based on what you say. And they will measure your words as harsh. They will measure your words as hardcore. They will measure what you say, because they feel if you're going to say something, say it, to think if you say it so low, oh, they're going to really get it. It ain't about how high and how low. It's about, is it truth or is it a lie? Is it light or is it darkness? Is it righteous or is it unrighteous? Oh, I forgot. The deceiver switched it all, so people, they don't know the difference, Deborah. The deceiver, he switched them all, so they don't know the difference. Oh, yeah. So I, Sister Deborah, hope you got something out of it and understand the tribulation of Jacob is not for Jacob. The tribulation of Jacob is for Jacob, the servant of Yah. Okay? Because he just want to warn you and want you to be assured that he's going to bring you out. But the end, what is he bringing you out of? Tribulation. That means you're going to feel that thing, because he just told you. It's like a day like no other. And it's, what did he say? Sorrow and grief. He's just letting you know you're going to feel all those things. But what would keep you and up? What would hold you straight up? What would keep you going? It's because he said, he told you. That's one. And then he promised he would come get me. And even in the midst of it. Just imagine people who ain't going to get out. And they're going to have to go all the way through the tribulation. And they're going to be out here just doing all kind of things happening. Just imagine that, y'all. But Yah is speaking to Jacob, inside of Jacob, about this trouble that you're going to experience. The reason why you know he's talking to a spiritual Jacob inside of a Jacob, because Jacob himself don't know he Jacob. He's around here doing all kind of things, all on the four corners, and they don't see nothing wrong with it. Every evil thing that the Gentiles and heathen are doing, Jacob is outbeating them. There's not a nation on this earth that focus on taking out his own nation. There's not a nation on the earth that would cross out their queen. There's not a nation on this earth that would kill off their nation, knowing that their nation is a little is the smallest population, but it don't matter. So I had an issue, you guys, with them taking always doing a percentage, saying the majority of black did this and more. You know what they talking about? Because I used to hate them doing it like that. It is the majority of us. Because if it's the majority of them, not the majority, even the majority of them still wouldn't be as many as it would be of us, because we are nothing but 13% population. So we'll kill off ours. We know that they have the majority murder rate. If they have the majority murder rate, they can kill and still have be the higher percentage of living than we. If we kill off ours, we ain't got none. You see? So when you start to do it based on that, because you're the lowest population, you would think that Judith would look at that and say, wait a minute, now we the smallest population, and we're taking our small population and destroying it. So therefore, the percentage is correct. No matter, even though they're killing at, let's say, 10 times more, but we got less population. So we killing ours off before they can even touch a certain percentage of theirs. If they kill off 13% of theirs, they still there. We kill off 13% of ours, we gone. We exempt. You see how stupid? They don't figure that out. And that's not just that. That's in everything. And this is what they use to really make us see ourselves as we the majority of this. Y'all do this. Y'all don't want to do this. Y'all don't want to do this. And we still can't see we did it to our own nation. We took out our own nation ourselves. They didn't tell them to destroy their queens. They didn't tell us to do that. They did not tell us that. One thing I have learned is when Yah was telling me about me, the best thing in living is when Yah can tell you about you. And you are open to whatever he says. Because you judge yourself daily, that no man may judge you. But yet no. Can't nobody tell you about you like Yah can. And that's a beautiful thing. I want to sum this up with the young man. Now, I wasn't going to say nothing. I thought, but the only reason why I'm saying something, you guys, is because I knew it and didn't say nothing. And now, since y'all allowed me to fly out the window and sail, let me tell you something. I don't care. This young man named Charlie Kirk, he was assassinated. And yes, it was a hit by the Israelis. They did that. But what bothers me is the high tech that this country has and other countries. What they do not know, and I'm going to go and see it, I don't care no more. I don't care. Because if he let me know that you're the light that is bringing stuff out of darkness there, because it's been dark since the beginning of time, and the stuff you done told them people, they don't even have no respect that you done told them. They don't see you no different than nobody else, not even them. You telling them all this light, and they looking at you all stupid. But this is what I knew. And I know a lot of things, and I ain't going to say too much about it. This man was sitting here. And they said someone shot him from there. And it's not, now watch this. ever since the Father explained to me how wrong is going to be, wrong is been switched to right and right been switched to wrong, like dark and switched to light, and light has switched to dark. Good has switched to evil, and evil has switched to good. Not because good, light, and wrong traded places. It's the deception that Satan and this world, not just Satan, but in this world, have used to deceive this whole world. Look how easy it is to say that those are the true Jews, those are the true children of Most High Yah, those are the true Israelites over in Israel. The whole world know they ain't, but look at the darkness that they hold that. How can the whole world hold that big lie like that? But let me tell you about the Charlie guy. As he was sitting there, when the Father was explaining to me that it has been switched over, and this is why people believe the lies, then believe what you say. This is why it is important for you to salute the decrease. Salute the decrease. Don't look for the increase. Salute the decrease. Okay? Because when he said that to me, it did something to me about everything that I've already knew. I didn't want to step in this realm with Charlie Kirk. All I wanted to do is let them know, let somebody hear that it's really hit on this man. But I'm going to tell you the other thing why I knew it was a hit. Way back when he first got shot, I knew that he did not get shot from frontward. I knew that. Let me tell y'all the truth, and y'all probably ain't heard nobody say it yet. Nobody. There is a camera directly behind him. Somewhere someone built a high-tech, powerful weapon, which is some type of gun, to shoot him from behind. The moment he went down, guess what? Those that was standing like on the side of him, you see this one individual, he didn't care about nothing he did. He was trying to take that camera down because it had a gun thing. It had a weapon in there, y'all. Someone put a high tape, and I'm telling y'all that. I know that for 100. They shot him from that thing that was in the back of him. And you'll see it over and over and over. And you'll say, well, how did Deborah know that? Let me tell y'all something. The technology today can put Sister Deborah in a bank tomorrow morning, robbing it and shooting 10 people. They don't get it, Father. They don't get it. Grace and mercy. You see how y'all have to have his right hand wrapped, or you have to be in the palm of his hand, because everything they got out and they make today, that's how high tech it is. It was up in that camera behind him. So next time, look at the film, you'll see it up there. That's what shot him. That thing they had in the back. Easily. Anybody can do it. Anybody can build it that knows about guns. They built one to kill him, assassinate him from the back. That was a hit. It bothered me. Bachman. I don't know who his name is. I looked up his first name and I didn't care for it either. The black man that's bearded, he died at 56 years old. No one ever said anything about why they keep instilling his emergency incident. He died in an emergency incident. They said it over and over and over. They put all on YouTube them doing his funeral. You don't see nobody but the elites. That was another hit as well. That was another hit as well. Used them till they used them up. And as people like this Candace person, she's a part of the Jesuits. Just like Charlie Kirk wife, she's a part of the Jesuits. These people have been breeded. That's why Candace can speak like so well. That's why she ended up being around that environment that she married a rich man. See, all that stuff is like Obama. How did he come from the family he did and end up being a president? Because they have breeded these people. They have breeded these people. So this black man, I never could understand. Why don't you tell people the truth about the word? You look into his audience, pitch dark. But one thing you can see is all of them white heads when he's teaching in the church or wherever he goes to teach, always white people. His was also a takeout. At the end, he starts making sense. But you know what he said, y'all? It's time to fight back. And then me, I said, who are you trying to fight, bro? We got to fight back. We can't let them do this. I'm like saying, now, wait a minute. Now, who he talking to? Now he's not, look, he ain't clean cut and looking like a certain way, like he's talking to a bunch of Europeans. Now he's talking like hey, something going on and nobody don't know. See, y'all always got a ram in the bush. Always. And that ram is like the light in the midst of darkness. Y'all will use that lamb to be his servant. To get out whatever he want out. And the one thing else that I learned the other day when I was speaking to you all, it's not about you getting it. That's what people say. They think Yah is going to bend over backwards and that he's going to send Sister Deborah to say only what we want to hear and what we think and what we feel. We want to hear what we want to feel, so we feel in our flesh comfortable. Because our spirit is always offended. Because you are born of the flesh. That's why your flesh is always offended. It's like if the shoe can't fit your size 9 shoe, why are you squeezing it on anyway? Go somewhere else. Don't let your foot hurt. Go somewhere else. Don't build up coins. Go somewhere else. So Sister Deborah would say, I say no more, but I wanted to bring those 2 individuals to the surface. You serve darkness. Darkness gonna serve you. I'm gonna leave that right there. Jacob's trouble is not for Jacob. It's for Jacob inside of Jacob. That's all he's talking to. He even called them they holy. I think I taught that about a couple of years ago, probably 6 or 7 videos of people inside of a people. So Sister Deborah would like to say, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I had to run late because I had to go to my granddaughter football game where she's a cheerleader. And it was my first time seeing my grandbaby cheer. And I just wanted to go to make her day. Okay. And I was running behind. But I thank the Most High for who he is. who he was and who he gonna be and who he always was. Okay, gonna be. I mean, he ain't changing for me, you, and nobody else. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I will be back. Shalom and shalom.